So, you're thinking about living in Colorado's mountains at least part of the time. And maybe you want something with a view. I'm here in Breckenridge, Colorado, and I'm going to show you around to places and homes, properties that have a view. And if you stick around until the end, I'll tell you the best kept secret about Breckenridge properties with a view. If this is your first time in living in Colorado's mountains and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Colorado's mountains, then you want to tap the bell below and subscribe for notifications. I'm Julia Regan with Living in Colorado's Mountains team. We get calls every day from people just like you. So if you're looking to move in 9 days, 9 months, or maybe you already own, you can find all of our contact information in the box below. We'll be looking forward to connecting and helping you make a smooth move into Breckenridge, Colorado. All right, so we're here in Breckenridge, taking a look at some properties with a view. I'm in the neighborhood Juanito. Juanito is just off Boreas Pass Baldy Mountain Road on the east side of Breck. Most of the properties that have ski area views are going to be on the east side of Breckenridge. That's something that is kind of key to look for if you're a person that really wants a ski area view. This side of town, Breckenridge is a valley, as a lot of mountain towns are. But this one, you can see kind of really the two sides of downtown. On the east side, everything up here, you're going to have a view. Ski area, I mean, obviously not every home, but most of them. And Juanito is a very small neighborhood that has just a really private feel. They do not allow short-term rentals regardless of the county or the town. That's covenants and bylaws. So if that's something that you're kind of looking for, this might be a nice neighborhood. Even though houses don't come for sale super often in here, it's a smaller neighborhood. So it's nice in that sense of very close to town, but not super busy. Not a lot of traffic in here. Easy access though to town, just down Boreas Pass. All up Boreas Pass and Baldy Road, you're going to find a lot of properties with views. A little bit further up from Juanito, some different styles of houses and properties as condos, townhouses, duplexes even. So it's great. You have a lot of choices a little further up. The other thing that's really cool about these neighborhoods up here, up Baldy, is the bus runs up here. The Summit Stage, which we all love, Summit Stage, down to the ski area or downtown for dinner. Lots of great choices for dinner and things off the bus route. Super easy access right at the end of this neighborhood, as well as a lot of other townhouses and things like that up in this area. As you can see, I was going to show you the view of some of these houses, but you'll have a lot of the 10-mile range view, as we call it. What you can see, 10-mile runs about from Frisco all the way to the end of Breckenridge. That's the peaks of the ski area. So you can see that from this area. Right now we're taking a look at the aspens. But this is a great example of fall here in Summit County, and in Breckenridge you can really see the fall colors from up here, and the sun is setting over the ski area, so it's a great place to sit sort of for après ski. At the bottom of Baldy Road, kind of in the middle of Boreas Pass Road, is also the lodge at Breck, which is a little bit of a hotel, but the key there is you have a restaurant that you can go for a little bit of happy hour outside of downtown Breck. So that's a great spot to enjoy some views as well and have some dinner outside of the house. But this is, we've got some snow on the peaks. So you can kind of take a look up there at these views here. This is right up at the top of Baldy, Boreas Pass Road, Juanito. Then there's some other little neighborhoods, Woodmore, townhouses and things up there. Price points maybe start about for a 2-bedroom, $800,000, $900,000, and go up from there. This is just off of Wellington Road, sort of more in-town properties. These are larger homes. They're a little bit more for entertaining for the whole family. Really quiet, private neighborhood. There are some other houses down kind of in the Wellington area, right off Wellington, Royal Tiger, things like that. They're a little bit more reasonably priced, I would say. These can be upwards of 7, maybe 8 million. They're spectacular. You also get all this area views. We're just here on the east side of town with easy access. There's a lot of really great trails right behind here. We just saw some folks come down from their mountain biking, walking their dogs, things like that. Walk to town, not so much in the winter time, but it's something that we do. There is a trail. It's kind of, used pretty frequently in the winter as well. This is something that is, if you're looking for very easy access to town and maybe not right at the ski area. So that's something else that you'll find out it's kept secret at the end of the video when I talk about that. But the east side of Breckenridge, right now in Stillson Plaza, we're going to Royal Tiger. There's some really spectacular homes right along there. One of the coolest houses I've ever been in, actually. And the price point's just under 13 million. But that's right at the corner here. Something that you should at least check out. It's in the Parade of Homes and some really neat properties that we've got going on in this area that, as you can see too, it's so quiet. To be this close to downtown Breckenridge and have the quiet is pretty spectacular just here in Stillson Plaza. So now we're on the north side of Breckenridge, still on the east side, taking a look at properties with a view. Summit Estates is a neighborhood that's a single-family home neighborhood that's just above the Breckenridge Golf Course neighborhood. Summit Estates, the properties, the homes kind of start about $2.5 million, go up from there. But as you can see, they're a little bit larger lots, so they're a little more spread out, but you're also going to have those amazing views of the 10-mile range. Summit Estates also has paved roads, which is really cool, so it makes it easy access travel in the winter and summer. You're maybe 15-20 minute drive from downtown Breck, but that also gives you a little bit easier access to Frisco, or if you want to go over to Vail and go skiing from Breckenridge. Easy access to the golf course if you're a golfer, also to the National Forest. So you can get to mountain biking, hiking, backcountry skiing from here. It's a little more cross-country skiing than kind of crazy backcountry skiing. Right at the end of Tiger Road is where the snowmobile Good Times. That's an awesome, fun thing to do. They also have the dog sledding at Good Times, and that's always a really fun thing to do there. But you can see we're starting to come over towards the view of the golf course. You'll have from some of these homes a view of the full Breckenridge golf course and the 10-mile range. Peak 1 starting over in Frisco. Some of them you can even see towards Lake Dillon, the reservoir. Lots of privacy out here. And then you get down into the golf course neighborhood, the Highlands, which also has some great views. Again, on the east side of Breckenridge, easy access off Highway 9, easy access into town, but also easy access to everywhere else you want to get to, with some spectacular views. And there are some other really great little neighborhoods on the east side off Tiger Road, which Summit Estates is off Tiger Road, that are a little bit lower in the valley, but also have these amazing views, maybe more of the 10-mile range and not so much down to the golf course like we're seeing here today. But you can find some great properties all along the east side of Highway 9 coming into Breckenridge that are going to have views. The views are going to vary, of course, from which house you're in. A little bit Lower down, there can be some smaller homes that might be a little bit more affordable, something that might be a little bit smaller, not as much of a large family home as some of the stuff up in some of the states that you can find closer together. Where right next to the Breckenridge Golf Course, you'll find some properties that we call cluster homes right in the Stonehaven, which has some great access to the golf course. You can just walk right over. You don't even have to get in your car from there. But this up here is something that you're going to have to drive. Don't worry, these roads are fully maintained year round. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a snowstorm, you maybe don't want to head out right when they haven't had a chance to plow yet. But these roads are all going to be county maintained, so there's nothing to worry about with getting to skiing, because that's what a lot of people are here for, even though this is just a spectacular neighborhood. In the summer, too, those Summit Estates is something to check out if you want a little bit of view and you want a little bit of privacy, because the properties are, just a little bit larger. And I was just gonna step over here so you guys can kind of see the view down there. Check it out. So if you're looking for a property in Breckenridge with a view, you're going to want to take a look at properties on the east side of Highway 9, east side of Main Street, Breckenridge. Those are really where you're going to have some of the biggest views. Obviously, you get some really cool views of other things and other places, but this is where you'll have the views, the dramatic views towards the 10-mile range, towards the ski area, even towards downtown Breck. Right up here, we're kind of got the vantage point of the golf course, the Breckenridge Golf Course, but you'll be able to see everything you want to see from Summit Estates, from Woodmore, from Juniata, from some of those neighborhoods on the east side of Breckenridge, Stillson, Placer. Some of those properties are the properties you really want to look towards if you're looking for something with a view. A lot of the properties too here on the east side of Breckenridge that have ski area views also have access to the bus. Some stuff here that's closer in town is going to have access, like stuff that's off Wellington Road or something in kind of in the town area is going to have the town bus, which is awesome. That's the free ride. The free ride will get you to skiing or out to dinner, or you can even get that and take the transfer center and you can go over to Keystone or go to Silverthorne to go shopping if you wanted to. But the other properties up kind of on the east side, a little bit further out of town, get the Summit Stage, as I mentioned earlier, kind of up in Juniata. But that's a great option for people that want a view and don't have to deal with being right in town. The best kept secret of the properties with a view in Breckenridge is the ease of access into town and out of town. There's a couple different routes that you can take, but you don't always have to drive through downtown Breckenridge. As some places that you want to get to, you always have to go through town. When you're on the east side, you get properties with a view. You also get access that you don't have to just drive through downtown Breckenridge. And you can see too, again, looking at the area, checking out the view here. A lot of people don't consider when they're looking on this side of town. People always want access to skiing, but the best kept secret is that you don't have to drive through downtown Breck when you're on the east side and you get the views.